Introduction to ChatGPT for Business. Modern AI technology like ChatGPT has a ton of advantages for medium-sized organizations. ChatGPT has sophisticated natural language processing skills. By using those skills, it is able to answer questions and requests from clients accurately and quickly. It streamlines the internal procedures and generates leads. It also produces interesting content. ChatGPT acts as a tool that supports organizations in gaining their motives and goals. They can improve their customer service, do research, and produce exciting content. ChatGPT may help organizations save time and money by automating monotonous operations, freeing staff to work on higher value jobs. ChatGPT may gather information on interaction with consumers and offer insightful analysis of consumer behavior and preferences. ChatGPT can assist organizations and startups in enhancing sales and income by improving sales procedures and offering individualized product suggestions. In order to find patterns, forecast outcomes, and offer insights that might aid decision makers of problem solving and making well-informed choice, ChatGPT can scan vast volume of data by responding to frequent inquiry, fixing problems, and offering clients a smooth experience. ChatGPT may assist with customer service. The increases of customer happiness and may give our customer support personnel more time to work on more difficult issues. By prioritizing their outreach effort, your sales staff will be able to clinch more offers. The high-quality material produced by ChatGPT may tailor to your company's voice and target market. By doing this, you may increase the efficiency of your marketing campaigns and accomplish your objective of raising brand recognition, website traffic, and conversion rates. ChatGPT may help with R&D by offering pertinent data and insights to support your team's creation of new goods, service, and tactics. Understanding conversational AI and ChatGPT basics. Artificial intelligence AI capable of simulating humans' interaction is known as conversational AI, or NLP analyze the meaning of voice and text to provide acceptable and pertinent replies to the discussion. AI conversational functions combine ML and NLP for working. The machine can comprehend human language and can also analyze it by trained systems that use big volume of speech and text. Technology that use this information to communicate with people in a natural manner. Repeat learning from its interactions gradually raises the quality of its response. Human AI trainers give conversations between the user and the AI assistant. They also provide written recommendations. Corporate data was collected as the first step. It consists of the least two rate-based model replies. They use trainers' conversation after choosing for gathering the data. The coaches then rank after evaluating the alternative endings. The training was conducted on a supercomputer. The platform used is Microsoft Azure platform. Hence, text inputs has been provided to the model which is employed in ChatGPT in a conversation. This input might come as a query or a praise in context. The list of things you will see is as following. New chat, and hide sidebar button. You may start a new chat at any moment by clicking the new chat icon on your screen left side. Starting a new chat will start a fresh topic without bias or context. Chat history, the option of turning history off, is also available. However, it maintains all your prior discussion in the left sidebar. You may change the chat's title here and share or remove its history with other users. Account You can access account information such as setting and the ability to log out by clicking your email address or name in the lower left corner of your screen. You can also access OpenAI support and frequently asked questions by doing the same. Prompts: The AI chatbot's prompt or commands are displayed here. ChatGPT response: The ChatGPT logo will show up on the left if it's reply to one of your questions. To the right of each response are options for thumbs up, copy, and thumbs down. Regenerate response: Clicking Regenerate response will ask ChatGPT to give it another shot. If you don't obtain an appropriate response, it will present a new response for most recent prompt. Text area: You should put your question and prompt in this box, then press Put to end them. ChatGPT version: OpenAI adds some small print below the text input field that states a free research preview. This is used in case false or inappropriate information is produced by AI. Automating customer support with ChatGPT. ChatGPT could be used to have conversational interactions with consumers. Small firms may use this technology to improve customer service, ramp up marketing, and boost sales. The use of ChatGPT for small business is rather simple. Using it, you may build a chatbot that communicates with users on your web page or social media channels. This chatbot can handle orders, respond to commonly asked inquiries, and offer information about the products. ChatGPT may be used by customer care teams in using this tool to create replies to customer reviews and complaints, compile information about previous consumer encounters, and translate questions. Pay to train OpenAI GPT-4 large language model on their knowledge base in order to build chatbots that interact with consumers and virtual assistants that interact with employees. Harnessing ChatGPT for market research and insights. ChatGPT will allow you to do more work for greater caliber in less time. Additionally, it may speed up market investigation and provide you with a strong foundation of consumer insights to guide your marketing approach. Furthermore, ChatGPT may save you hours of work in interpreting customer reviews and social media interactions by distilling and analyzing enormous amount of data. Naturally, you will need to compare these findings to your audience insights, revise and expand your inquiry, modify the solution, include new suggestions, and workshop the outcomes. After that procedure, you may decide which marketing tactics are most appropriate for this circumstance. A good place to start is ChatGPT. Leveraging ChatGPT for sales and marketing. Using the appropriate prompts when utilizing ChatGPT for business-to-business sales or marketing is crucial. Otherwise, majority of tools' response would sound like they were taken directly from the most recent Google search result for the same query, so nothing is very novel. Additionally, ChatGPT continues to develop in intelligence. Previously, it could have provided illogical or outright incorrect response. For example, what is 2 plus 2? But this doesn't seem to be the case anymore. The stage that follow B2B sales are also where ChatGPT can be used to develop outbound templates in addition to text for inbound leads generation. See leads generation example below. Lead qualification is identifying potential customers for leads by asking pertinent questions. It helps in determining how to respond to common customer questions or emails while saving your team's time. To offer text-based instructions that walk users through each step of using your item to provide help-centered content and more. It doesn't matter if it's blog posts, products description, email templates, or anything else. Here are some guidelines for designing effective ChatGPT prompt for leads generation and B2B sales. Give specific instruction or inquiries. The response will be more accurate the more detailed the request is. Include any potential issue with the sales personnel. To aid ChatGPT in understanding the job or issue, be sure to include any necessary background information. This could consist of what you do personally or professionally, who your target market is, how long the answer ought to be, and so on. ChatGPT is an AI, not a super intelligent. Alternatively, it could be conversant with the precise words and phrases used by your target audience. Therefore, make careful to mention your industry employment in the prompt if applicable. Alternatively, you may state in the prompt not to use any confusing or ambiguous words. ChatGPT can understand long prompts, but it's simple to add a lot of extraneous details. Keep your instructions concise and direct. Ensure to include any requirements or restrictions for the produced answers must abide by in the prompt. This can include length, tone, target audience, etc. for leads generation. Give example of the type of text you seek so that ChatGPT can understand what you are after. Specify language such as LinkedIn posts under 300 words or text that answer should be based on, such as create a piece of writing under 1,500 words depending on the given key information might be included. You may make ChatGPT to put on the role of an individual in your target market. This might help you come up with the potential questions or objections during sales conversation. Alternatively, you may instruct the AI to say in character and return to the dialogue if you need to conduct further research. In order to improve that ChatGPT, you must continually test the prompt and make any required adjustment. You will have to experiment with it until you have it perfectly, because this varies from prompt to prompt. Implementing ChatGPT in project management. ChatGPT offers several benefits for project management, including task and resource management, real-time updates, and decision support. Project managers looking to improve their productivity and effectiveness are increasingly using ChatGPT because it may speed up information delivery, improve collaboration, and streamline process. Project managers can benefit from that ChatGPT in a number of ways. If you oversee project, you are aware of how crucial good communication is. Using ChatGPT, you are able to get your team members on the same page rapidly and simply. It provides information and answers to queries that are accurate and timely. Teams who use ChatGPT find it simpler to interact and work together since they can get the information they are looking for without having to wait for a response from anybody. Additionally, ChatGPT provides succinct response in comparisons to other information gathering methods, which can save waiting time and increase productivity. A more efficient and well-organized team dynamics can arise from this. Your PC, notebook, laptop, and mobile device are all compatible with it. You can use ChatGPT as follows. Create a procedure for chatbot. The first step is to design a chatbot workflow, making a list of tasks you have to automate and also the order in which you would like to complete them in require. It will help you deciding how to utilize chat most effectively. Enter data. After creating the chatbot process, you must provide the necessary data, including any details the chatbot requires to understand the activities. Develop the chatbot. The chatbot will then be trained using the data that has been entered. Examine the chatbot. After giving instructions, try it to make sure it functions properly. This may be done by having it respond to sample queries. Download the chatbot. Installing a chatbot into the project management system is the final stage. It will be able to use it to automate core associated with projects. By automating a number of project management process steps, Chat can reduce the time and effort required to manage projects. Project managers may now focus on important duties like developing strategy and resolving problems. Using ChatGPT for data analysis and insight. ChatGPT must undergo regular performance review to maintain living up to user expectations. You may monitor key performance indicators, also called KPIs, including response accuracy, user happiness, and engagement levels using data analytics. You may iterate and enhance ChatGPT's capabilities by determining its strong points and weaknesses. For instance, to detect occasions where ChatGPT was unable to address customer complaint. For instance, to detect occasions where ChatGPT was unable to address customer complaints, an e-commerce business might examine customer chat log. They may then modify the chatbot and enhance its customer care capabilities using the information. Thanks to data analytics, you may develop user profile according to their interaction with ChatGPT. By comprehending user preference, behavior, and demographics, you may modify the chat's replies to offer a more individualized and interesting experience. For instance, a streaming service can examine user habits to teach ChatGPT to represent tailored movie and television show suggestions based on preference and viewing pattern. By incorporating sentiment evaluation into ChatGPT, the chatbot will be better able to comprehend user emotions and react in an empathic way. Data analytics may be used to recognize and categorize different user inputs emotions, allowing the chatbots to modify its replies accordingly. For instance, as an illustration, a mental wellness chatbot can employ sentiment analysis to spot unfavorable emotions in inputs for users and offer the proper tools or assistance to help people deal with their sentiments. Hence, data analytics is key to releasing ChatGPT's full potential and making it an even more formidable tool for business and individuals. By utilizing data-driven insights and methods, you can refine, tweak, and customize ChatGPT to offer an unrivaled user experience. Don't lose out on the data analytics insider tips. Begin investigating the options right now to up your ChatGPT game. ChatGPT for innovation and idea generations. In a company climate that is rapidly evolving, innovation is essential to stay current. It is crucial that company owners and entrepreneurs come up with innovative business ideas if they want to build a long-term. ChatGPT for innovations and idea generations. In a company climate that is rapidly evolving, information is essential to staying current. It is crucial that company owners and entrepreneurs come up with innovative business ideas if they want to build a long-lasting and lucrative future for their enterprise. With the development of artificial intelligence, resources like ChatGPT have grown crucial for idea generation and improvement. Here's how to use ChatGPT to your advantage and come up with fresh business concepts that can help you advance your company. Establish a goal. Clarifying your purpose and goal is crucial before starting the idea generating process. What you hope to accomplish through innovation should be made very clear. Do you want to reinvent your business, discover new markets, or enhance currently available products? By establishing specific objectives, you may narrow the scope of your session of brainstorming and instruct the AI model to produce ideas that support your mission. Learn more about ChatGPT. Understanding ChatGPT's strengths and constraints is crucial to successfully generating ideas. Explore example conversation, read how-to manuals, and experiment with various prompts to become more tech-savvy. Make a memorable remembrance. The reminders you give are essential to achieving superior ChatGPT outcomes. Make reminders that will get people thinking in order to inspire creative thinking in models. Provide context, refute presumptions, and promote the exploration of unusual ideas rather than asking general inquiry. Your cues should be clear and interesting so that the AI model can answer with original recommendations. Experiment with viewpoints. Experimenting with various viewpoints and methods for frequency results in innovation. You may learn novel knowledge and fresh viewpoints by simulating talks with various individuals or historical figures in ChatGPT. You may challenge preconceived notions and generate fresh business concepts by taking part in this online discussion. Consult with specialized and other colleagues. Utilize group thinking by including co-workers and subject matter experts in brainstorming process. Plan brainstorming to engage in conversation with GPT, a user, and share ideas. Collaboration encourages a fertile foundation for distillation, fusion, and development of ideas that results in game-changing innovation. Iterate and improve the concept. An important component of the creative process is iterations. Once you gather a collection of concepts through GPT and brainstorming sessions, assess and develop them in light of their viability, market demand, and compatibility with your corporation objective. I'll iterate, merge pieces, and add your original idea to transform overly developed notions into a workable business prospects. Verify and examine. Evaluate an idea's viability is crucial before investing all of your resources into it. To determine if your invention are feasible, carry out feasibility studies, examine client feedbacks, and do market research. You must use ChatGPT to mimic client interactions. Create a strategy for implementations. Develop a strategic implementation strategy when a creative idea has been confirmed. Specifies the procedure that must be taken, allowed when the appropriate funds, and provide deadlines. Develop backup strategies to address an implementation-related risks and issues that may arise. Monitor and evaluate. Innovation is a continuous process that demands ongoing assessment, modification, and oversight. Follow the development of your idea and get input from stakeholders and customers and evaluate key performance metrics. Use this feedback loop to uncover opportunities for developments and improve your innovation tactics. Therefore, innovation is the cornerstone of any flourishing enterprise. Entrepreneurs and organizations may access a well of cutting-edge business ideas by utilizing ChatGPT. Ethical considerations and responsible use of ChatGPT. Given the ethical ramifications that follow from using ChatGPT, its detractors have questioned its use. First off, ChatGPT is not set up to detect offensive language. This implies that it is quite possible that a user could enter inappropriate words, which the machine may subsequently output. For instance, it's quite impolite to input and replicate racial results. Furthermore, ChatGPT may be utilized to deceive unwary individuals by communicating with them while giving the impression that they are communicating with a real person. By requesting money or personal information from others while posting as someone in a position of authority, a user might take advantage of trusting others. Despite the moral problems that ChatGPT usage presents, several measures may be taken to guarantee responsible use. First and foremost, it's crucial to inform users that they are speaking with an AI model rather than a real person. This increases the user's awareness of words that should never be used to guarantee responsible use. Furthermore, it's crucial to make sure that ChatGPT isn't being exploited to collect users' personal information. It is advised to set filters or block certain terms or information to prevent the disclosure of any private sensitive information. There are supposed to be regulations so that AI is used to lie morally and ethically. Business may find ChatGPT useful since it may produce more realistic and lifelike discussions. However, it is crucial that rules, filters, and policies be put in place to guarantee that users do not use any immoral terminology in order to guarantee responsible usage of these AI models. ChatGPT for sales and conversation optimization. To increase traffic to your websites, the majority of marketing teams employ a number of strategies and techniques. How can you be certain that the leads you get from this traffic turn into actual sales? Success depends on conversion rate optimization or CRO. ChatGPT is an effective tool for CRO. ChatGPT can produce coherent and interesting writing utilizing natural language processing, assisting in creating content that connects with reader and encourage conversation. The optimization of meta description, page title, and other on-page information are just a few of many cores that ChatGPT can help SEO with. Enhancing customer experience with ChatGPT. ChatGPT can enhance customer service and his experience with the company. A brand's customer care staff might utilize a platform like ChatGPT to respond to the most elementary and routine support requests. For instance, frequently asked inquiries about the status of the shipments or account information. Customers may get the information they want without human assistance by using ChatGPT to produce automatic answers to frequently asked inquiries. Additionally, business may use artificial intelligence to offer 24/7 customer support. Business may use ChatGPT to service a large range of clients by leveraging models to assist clients in all languages. ChatGPT may be taught to recognize and categorize the client emotional states. Brands can more effectively respond to clients' emotions by recognizing them. Business may train ChatGPT with consumer data to produce personalized responses for each user. Although ChatGPT still has to be trained before it can be deployed as a chatbot for customer service, its capabilities already portend a future revolution that may result in customer care automation. ChatGPT for business growth and future opportunities. Businesses are continuously looking for novel approaches to acquire an advantage and spur growth in today's fast-paced, technologically sophisticated environment. Businesses from a variety of sectors are becoming more and more aware of the enormous future potential of artificial intelligence powered technologies like ChatGPT and other innovative artificial intelligence tools. The way business communicate with consumer, manage, process, and make data-driven choice is being revolutionized by these advancements. Business may acquire useful insights, automate procedure, and improve customer experience by utilizing AI, which will eventually spur their growth in a quickly changing digital environment. Although AI automation may simplify some activities, it also opens up new possibilities. AI technologies may supplement human talents, enabling workers to concentrate on creative problem solving, strategy decision making, and sophisticated problem solving, eventually leading to corporate success. The price to install AI-based solutions varies depending on the solution complexity, the need for customization, and the particular business requirements. The expense rare, however, steadily going down as AI technology develops and becomes more widely available. ChatGPT for novelists and writers. Writing might be difficult since coming up with new and original ideas can be difficult. Happily, writers may now improve their creativity and produce fresh ideas with the aid of ChatGPT, an artificial intelligence language model. We will look at how writers and novelists may utilize ChatGPT to sharpen their writing skills. One way ChatGPT could affect the writing business is by making it more common to use automated generation for content. ChatGPT may be utilized for generating blog posts, articles, and other writing materials as it advances more sophisticated and capable of producing high-quality writing. This might be particularly helpful for business and organizations which require regular create a lot of written content, including marketing firms, news organizations, or e-commerce websites. The evolution of increasingly sophisticated virtual assistants and chatbots might have another effect of ChatGPT on the writing industry. Virtual assistants and chatbots may be more practical and efficient at serving users as ChatGPT gets better at generating content that sounds like a human wrote it. This may result in a rise in the demand for these tools and an increase in the number of positions available for programmers and expertise in creating chatbots and virtual assistants. Writers may make the best use of this potential AI language model if they follow the instructions provided in this course and bear this suggestion in mind. Generating ideas and overcoming writer's block with ChatGPT. Having access to new and creative ideas is one of ChatGPT's most important advantages for writers. Writers may utilize ChatGPT to generate ideas by following these simple steps. Choose a subject to write about it. Put the theme into the ChatGPT. Examine the ChatGPT generate comments and draw ideas from them for your writing. Exploring through ChatGPT, we can put it in any question or topic and ChatGPT would then deliver response. By doing so, you may go further into the topic and uncover novel information for your writing. Create content using ChatGPT. If you are a content creator, use tools like ChatGPT to come up with ideas for blog articles, videos, or podcasts. Input a generic topics and ChatGPT will generate response that could lead to new materials. You can write blog posts, reports, product descriptions, and more. When challenged with the prospects of brain freeze, AI seems like ChatGPT may assist you in brainstorming ideas, quickly generating drafts and outlines, and proofreading, but it can accomplish by any of these things without your concerted help. Writer block may be solved in 3 ways with ChatGPT. Brainstorm content ideas. AI applications like ChatGPT can help you get beyond the first obstacle when writer blocks makes you sick. Tell it to generate 10 thoughts on your topic if you are feeling uninspired. However, the algorithm is constrained as it is a machine. Use specific search phrases to get the best result from the AI. Organize the content into a rough first draft. Generative AI can assist you if you get stuck in something and isn't capable to create a first draft. Give it a title, a few key points, and a specific prompt. For instance, you may instruct someone to draft a professional mail with the following points. It will generate a draft from which you may work. However, don't just send your client what the AI advised. Artificial intelligence cannot replace human creativity or face-checking. Edit and proofread. It is well known that it is challenging to proofread our own work since, by nature, our eyes are deceiving us. We see words that aren't on the page, overlook missing words, and rectify spelling errors in our thoughts, leaving them to guess accusingly through the page when it's too late to change them. ChatGPT can be useful here. It will proofread your work if you ask for free. Crafting engagement characters and dialogue with ChatGPT. Creating engaging characters and crafting compelling dialogue are essential aspects of storytelling. Here are some tips to help you in the process. Character development. Backstory. Write your characters' motives, fears, and wants. This will influence their behavior and dialogues. Flaws and strengths. Realistic and approachable characters have flaws and strengths. Give them distinctive personality characteristics, quirks, and weaknesses. Contrasting personalities. Use characters with different personalities to generate conflicts. These differences may result in intriguing interactions along with engaging dialogue. Goals and obstacles. Characters require clear objective and challenge. These goals may motivate their actions and their interactions with others may be tense. Dialogue writing. Make it believable. Realistic dialogue is key. Avoid too formal or stiff language. Incorporate subtext. Instead of only announcing your character's intentions and feelings, have them do it via their actions and words. Give each of the characters a distinctive voice based on factors like their stories, personalities, and backgrounds. Each character must have a distinctive manner of speaking. ChatGPT makes this simple to accomplish. Simply put in your dialogue, then ask that ChatGPT rewrite it according to your desired manner. A Viking kid with an attitude, whatever you desire. Use speech to develop the story. Speech should seem authentic and have a purpose. Avoid tedious exposition. Don't depend on conversation to enable the reader with information. Instead, come up with intensive methods to incorporate facts into the narrative. It is inappropriate for one character to say, "as you know," to another. Avoid doing this. Make the wave more organic. Vary dialogue length and kinds. To keep the audience involved and complement the scene's tone, vary the dialogue length and type. Interrupt the dialogue between the characters. Avoid over dialogue. Don't let the conversation take away from the tale. Use it to its advantages. Building plot and storytelling techniques with ChatGPT. Once you have decided what you would like to explore through your story, ChatGPT can assist in honing that vision and ensuring that everything flows smoothly. ChatGPT will become more adept at deciphering your intent and adjusting its response as you converse with it more frequently. The tool may be utilized to kickstart your story. Plot development. ChatGPT can assist you in coming up with suggestions for fresh twists in the storyline or new paths for your story if you are stuck as to where you go next. You may give ChatGPT a quick summary of your narrative and get advice on how to advance the plot. Example prompt. Provide me with some ideas for scenes that might assist my main character in learning a moral lesson. Word building. ChatGPT can assist you in developing the specifics of a fictitious world if you are creating a story which takes place there. You may describe the world to ChatGPT and ask for advice on things like culture, geography, or political structures. Example prompt. Please assist me creating the specifics of a society where magic is accepted and a normal part of daily life. There are several distinct factions in the world, each with their own costume and magical specialties. What are some variables that would impact how these groups balance their strengths, as well as how do they communicate with one another? Story idea. ChatGPT can provide you with the tale concept to explore if you are having difficulties coming up with your own. Example prompt. Please provide me with a list of intriguing plot suggestions for an adult novel set for a technologically advanced future. Suggestion for writing stories using ChatGPT. Be open-minded and patient. If your initial attempts don't work, don't give up. Questions should be clear. If ChatGPT doesn't comprehend your question, it can answer it. Begin by asking a general question. Start a new narrative by asking ChatGPT, what shall I write about? It will give you the tool, a better concept about your storytelling. Enhancing writing style and voice with ChatGPT. Every writer has a unique tone and writing style. ChatGPT may evaluate your writing style, provide feedback, and provide suggestions on strengthening your voice and maintaining consistency. Editing and revising with ChatGPT as a writing tool. Content writers may use ChatGPT to help in revising and editing their work. They might offer the model a draft and request suggestions on how to improve the sentences structure, coherence, and readability. Additionally, ChatGPT can assist in simplifying or paraphrasing challenging concepts. When revising and checking for punctuation, grammar, and spelling issues in your article or paper publication, use ChatGPT. However, don't forget to properly cross-check and evaluate your work and make any necessary adjustments to ChatGPT-generated stuff to guarantee clarity, flow accuracy, and research authenticity. Collaborative writing and co-authoring with ChatGPT. Traditional writing is frequently a solitary activity, but ChatGPT is able to make it a group activity. Collaborative writing and co-authoring with ChatGPT could be a novel approach to storytelling. ChatGPT allows authors to communicate, brainstorm ideas, and get intermediate feedback, which improve the co-authoring experience, leading to nearly immediately being ranked on page one. With this technology, collaborative projects may be dynamic and fluid while allowing writers to maintain their own distinctive voice and writing style. While ChatGPT can contribute to the creative process, it's important to establish a clear framework and understand the limitations of AI language models. Here are some guidelines to consider when engaging in collaborative writing with ChatGPT. Establish a shared vision. Define the goal and overall vision for the story you want to create. Discuss the genre, tone, characters, and plot elements you envision. Collaborate with ChatGPT to brainstorm ideas and explore different directions for the story. Engage in a conversation, ask questions, and seek alternative perspectives. As the human writer, you have the final say in shaping the story and ensuring it's coherent. Assign roles and responsibility. Clarify the roles and responsibilities of each collaborator, including ChatGPT. Determine the specific tasks and will be handled by the AI and those that will be managed by the human writers. The human writer can focus on high-level storytelling elements, including plot genre, ideation of character, and thematic consistency. ChatGPT can contribute to generating specific scenes, dialogue, or suggestions to enhance the stories. It's crucial to maintain creative control as the human writer, then review plus edit the content created by ChatGPT to ensure it aligns with your vision. Iterate and refine. Collaborative writing is a continuous process. Converse dialogue with ChatGPT, refining and expanding on the ideas it generates. Experiment with different dialogue options, plot twice, or character decision provided by ChatGPT. Use it as a platform of creative input to enhance your writing. Continuously refine and review the content generated. Polish it to align with your storytelling style, character voice, and the story's overall coherence. Maintain consistency and coherence. Keep track of the story continuity, consistency, and logical progressions. Ensure that the contributions from ChatGPT align with the established plot, character traits, and established world-building elements. If inconsistencies or contradictions arise, take the lead in resolving them and maintaining the integrity of the story. Adapt or adjust the suggestion for ChatGPT as need to ensure a seamless narrative. Legal and ethical considerations. Be conscious of copyrights and intellectual property laws. Ensure that ChatGPT does not infringe upon existing copyright materials. Respect ethical guidelines and avoid generating harmful or offensive content. Review and moderate the suggestions from ChatGPT to ensure that the collaborative writing process is aligned with the responsible AI usage. Exploring different genres and writing prompts with ChatGPT. ChatGPT creative writing prompts are a great way of writer to get novel concepts and inspiration. ChatGPT prompts may assist you in overcoming writer's block, polishing your writing abilities, and realizing your full creative potential, regardless of whether you are an experienced writer or a newbie. They also provide limitless personalization and collaboration opportunities. These prompts offer countless opportunities for creative since they may be customized to certain genre, writing style, and topic. The following are few benefits of employing ChatGPT prompts in your creative writing. Have access to countless ideas and prompts. The many prompts and ideas provided are one of the ChatGPT prompt's most notable advantages. You may explore a huge variety of themes and genres with the innumerous range of generated text at your disposal, making it almost endless source of inspiration. Personalized prompts. The GPT prompt may be modified to fit your preference and needs. ChatGPT prompts may provide customized recommendations that are catered to your preference, whether you are searching for character development, narrative suggestion, or new angles on a previous work of writing. Feedback and collaboration. ChatGPT prompt may offer chance for feedback and collaboration. You may share your writing prompts and get criticized from other writers through online writing groups, helping you to improve your writing abilities and technique. Time and money saving. You may save time and money by making use of ChatGPT prompts. You no longer need to engage pricey writing coaches or spend hours pondering ideas. Instead, you may access a plethora of creative material for just a fraction of what it costs. ChatGPT as a creative writing companion. ChatGPT as the creative writing collaborator would be the greatest choice for teams who need to rapidly create a large amount of material, since it can quickly produce initial drafts of massive amount of information. This can aid your team in avoiding early drafts, which could slow down production and consume time and money. A lot of other AI writers demand a fee alongside a free trial. However, ChatGPT provides a free service. You may sign up for ChatGPT's free copywriting service, which is now under beta testing. There may occasionally be small delay before logging in owing the size capacity limitations brought on by high usage. This is seldom as a serious issue, though. The ChatGPT portal leads you through several applications for the bots when you sign up, allowing you to utilize it right away. You may use ChatGPT most efficiently to create content that's appropriate for your needs by beginning to feed it data relevant to your selected topic and putting words together. Step 1. Simply narrate and provide details. ChatGPT works as a back and forth dialogue between the client and the AI. Additionally, ChatGPT remembers the information you instruct it to use later, similar to how you would do in a chat with a friend. Due to the design's ability to allow many chats to coincide over different threads, working on multiple projects simultaneously is also easier. Just tell, even if you don't give ChatGPT any more information or the work samples, it will still give you text that fits your question correctly for many common tasks. It could seem like magic, but the enhancements only affects how artificial intelligence is made. The AI can perform various tasks successfully since it was trained on tens of thousands of text examples. Giving specifics using fundamental cues might result in a beautiful overall output, but also dulls and generic sounds. To add some flavor, try being more specific about the result that you wish the AI to create. You may specify what you don't want and cut out specific topics by defining length, style, tone, target market, and other criteria. When asking for the descriptors to be shortened, refer to a particular person's identity rather than describing the style. Consider changing the prompt if it isn't producing the result you want. This can be achieved by changing the task description or by giving new historical context. By trying a few various ideas, you may discover the best solution. Step 2. ChatGPT interaction. One of ChatGPT's most important features is its conversational style. You could ask it for guidance, an overview of your ideas, or assistance with writing challenges. Additionally, you may ask ChatGPT to support its suggestions and allow it to recommend additional direction for your stories. ChatGPT has the option to speak as a variety of characters in addition to itself. Give ChatGPT a persona to take on and tell it to talk in the persona. You may ask the AI to assume the identity of a famous individual or a fictional characters you have developed, or you can give it details about your target market to spur creative thinking. Due to ChatGPT's ability to go back to read previous discussions, you can also provide additional direction throughout the conversation to help others come up with solutions in as much details as possible. Step 3. Difficult situation. If an activity is more difficult or focuses on a particular topic, you can include ChatGPT examples. This prompt, often known as one-shot, very few prompts, allow you to imitate a specific style, such as the conversational flow of a presenter or the company's voice. You might set up your topic in various ways. If you have a lot of instances, you may start each one with instance number and then finish it with the instance number after that. ChatGPT will ascertain the specific look you want to imitate. Before providing an example, one option is to briefly describe the desired outcomes. ChatGPT will use creative writing to blend the examples and explanation in order to make meaning out of it. Another choice is to outline the desired results before giving any examples. ChatGPT will combine its comprehension of the descriptions with the instance to generate a combination of tools. Step 4. Editing and suggestion. Furthermore, ChatGPT is an automated editor. You can request that it make broad changes to the entire language. It would make the appropriate adjustments to improve readability, flow, and accuracy while eradicating common syntax. vocabulary errors, and spellings. Additionally, you may instruct it to edit your write-up for a particular level of quality, style, or accents designs, sensory details, or lengthen a section for a better pace, making the language more concise. You don't have to accept the robot's claims at face value. When ChatGPT suggests improvements, you may ask it to elaborate on the change it made to your works, and it will do so. After that, you may choose whether to follow its advice or not. When you request ChatGPT to rewrite a length text, the token limit will cause the text to terminate abruptly. It will appear with a continue prompt which you may click. ChatGPT for publishing and self-publishing advice. Now ChatGPT seems prepared to create homework to the usual book business. Would-be writers who wish to make money fast are using the softwares to assist them in making both made e-books and sell them through Amazon's Kindle direct publishing arm. This new author particularly liked writing picture books for kids. Hundreds of instructions show how to build a book in several hours on TikTok, YouTube, and Reddit. Get-rich-quick scams. Nutrition suggestion, software development tips, and recipes are among the topics covered. In order to avoid having a large number of low-quality publications, there must be transparency between the platforms and writers regarding how these works of literature are created. Leveraging ChatGPT for book marketing and promotion. Your book marketing initiatives are one area while AI holds the potential to be very helpful. There's no need to make your own list of research or even to sit and gaze at a blank screen. Request assistance from your chosen AI and then utilize your own expertise and strategic reasoning to enhance and expand its work. Here are some suggestions to get you started using your chosen AI system to support your book marketing effort. Make content for the content marketing engines. If you load your manuscript, you may ask ChatGPT Jasper to generate a dozen of 500 to 800 words articles using your materials or podcast episode scripts, video scripts. This might be done with any already generated contents, such as speech transcript. AI will aid you if you detest creating content to help with book marketing. Naturally, you will want to tweak the content once it's been made, but because the creation is originating from something you have previously developed, the content is far stronger than when you instruct AI to write an article using stuff that was scrapped from the web. You may get support from ChatGPT regarding social media. It can recommend posts to write and image to use in those posts. The most recent version of ChatGPT, alongside other AI platforms, even produce the graphics you may use for those posts. And it can even think of clever captions to go with it. The idea you receive from ChatGPT will be more helpful if you give more details about the image along with the tone you wish to project. Asking what are several best practices for creating social media image is one example of a question you might ask. If you are unsure of what designs component to employ, you can ask ChatGPT for advice by asking what fonts and colors go well together for the social media's image. The future of writing with ChatGPT. ChatGPT can quickly produce unique, plagiarism-free, and high-quality text by providing a couple of phrases or sentences as a prompt, hence speeding up the writing process. The writing profession will probably be significantly impacted by the ChatGPT. While it would present certain challenges, it might also open up new doors for writers and encourage the creation of more sophisticated chatbots alongside virtual assistants. Finding a balance among the usage of ChatGPT and the needs for human creativity will, as well as writing expertise, will be crucial. Introduction to ChatGPT for academics and researchers. Any topics is fair game for discussion on ChatGPT, including queries concerning essays, theses, or even various empirical research projects. The usage of ChatGPT for such purpose is now being actively debated. ChatGPT has developed into such a powerful tool that it can now pass the MBA program's final test. Many people expose ChatGPT because it allowed students to submit essays or finish examinations without really engaging and thinking about the topics. The ChatGPT platform is a fantastic resource for finding ideas for your research study. You may ask ChatGPT for help if you are struggling with a catchy title for the research project. Even asking for research idea is one option. You may, for instance, inquire as to which analysis would be appropriate from a certain study. You may also get started by asking yourself basic questions like, what question shall I ask myself while researching one's research subjects? Or please provide me with 10 proposals for research on music economics. It can also provide you with coding tips, snippets, and suggestions in almost every coding language when you encounter problems with your code. Sometimes you just don't know what to seek online or where to specific issue is when you become stuck in a code. ChatGPT can assist you in developing original, unique ideas that you would not have discovered on your own. Although not error-free, these coding snippets provide you with a general direction to think in. You may enhance both your research project and your code in this way. Last but not least, you may even utilize ChatGPT to cut down your work if you have a word count limitation, which is frequently the case while writing a thesis. This is also useful when using social networking platforms with character limits like Twitter. ChatGPT for literature review and research exploration. The work of writing, composing a literature review may be difficult for both the researcher and students. It necessitates thoroughly comprehending the knowledge already available on a given topic. The process has, however, improved in both accessibility and efficiency with the introduction of cutting-edge language models such as ChatGPT. How to write a literature review using ChatGPT. Step 1. Specifying your research goal. It is essential to establish your research objective prior to beginning your literature review process. Clearly state the topic, hypothesis, or research question that your literature review will attempt to address. This action will direct your research for pertinent information and assist you in staying focused. Step 2. Choosing keywords and research terms. You must decide on pertinent research terms and keywords associated with your research topics in order to use ChatGPT to help you with your literature review. You can use these keywords to focus your research and collect relevant information. Things about using resources such as Google Keyword Planner. Step 3. Become acquainted with ChatGPT. Understanding ChatGPT capabilities and constraints is crucial before using it. Learn the instructions and suggestions that the model responds to the best. Step 4. Producing a preliminary literature review outline. Make a plan for literature review first. Describe the introduction, methodology, finding, discussion, conclusion, and other important areas, like the key ideas or subtopics you wish to explore in each part. You may better arrange your review, organize your thoughts as a result. Step 5. Using ChatGPT for research assistance. When you are ready, contact ChatGPT for help with your research, starting by articulating the topics, context, and any particular queries you have in a brief and unambiguous prompt. For instance, what are now the current trends within your research topics? Step 6. Reviewing and choosing generate contents. Depending on your prompts, ChatGPT will respond, review the generate information with care, paying close attention to its coherence, accuracies, and relevancies. Step 7. Assuring flow and coherence. Although ChatGPT might offer useful contents, it's crucial to make sure your literature reviews is coherent and well organized. Connect the content generated with your research goal and body of knowledge by using your critical thinking abilities. Adjust the generated text to fit the structure and objective of your review by rearranging, refreshing, and expanding it. Step 8. Proofreading and editing. Edit and check the paper carefully after adding the generated content to your literature review. Assisting in data analysis and statistical interpretation. As the data analysis, you can use ChatGPT features to help you with numerous tasks such as creating code snippets for several computer languages, including Python, SQL, or an other related programming language, presenting insights after doing data analysis, assisting you in allocating of resource and project planning, helping with data-driven and research-related tasks. You may gain more efficiency as a data analyst by integrating ChatGPT to your workflow in order to save time, simplify challenging operations, and save money. After giving you a quick introduction to ChatGPT, let's examine some applications of ChatGPT in data analysis. Generate alternative viewpoints. By producing different viewpoints and hypotheses about the data, ChatGPT can assist analysis in thinking creatively. Analysis might find patterns by looking at data for several perspectives that might not be immediately obvious. ChatGPT, for instance, may produce data on variables like customer demographics, service specifics, usage trend, and whether or not a customer churned. It can then produce different viewpoints and hypotheses on the factors affecting customer turnover, providing background information and domain knowledge. ChatGPT can provide domain knowledge and contextual information about the datasets. It can give analysts who might not be aware of statistical concept, methodologies, explanation, or algorithm. This can aid analysts in making more informed choice and directing their exploration. Determine patterns and anomalies. ChatGPT may assist analysts in identifying anomalies and patterns in data by analyzing the details across several dimensions. It can reveal links or patterns that could have gone unnoticed initially and notify analysts of any strange observation that need more research. Let's imagine, for example, that we hold a data set with daily temperature values from a certain city over a period of years. We want to spot any strange data trends or anomalies that could point to extreme weather occurrence or data recording errors. Test backup hypotheses. Based on their preliminary research, data analysts can develop hypotheses and ChatGPT can offer suggestions for statistical tests or assist in designing studies to evaluate those assumptions. It can offer suggestions and suitable procedures for hypothesis testing. Suppose you hold a data set the detailed sales of two distant items A and B across various geographic locations. You wish to investigate the claim that products sell more frequently than product B on an average. How ChatGPT may assist the hypothesis testing is as follows. The null and alternative hypothesis should be stated. Decide on significant level, conduct a test, interpret the finding. Make data-driven decision easier. Using patterns it finds in data, ChatGPT can offer insights. Analysts may use these insights to detect potential risks, make data-driven choices, or build strategies to streamline procedures and boost productivity. Complex statistical analysis. It takes proficiency in modeling statistical data and programming to do complicated statistical studies like time series analysis, regression, or clustering. In terms of statistical analysis techniques, ChatGPT may assist and clarify the underlying concepts. It can provide relevant models and methodologies for one business intelligence needs, depending on the data as well as research questions. Furthermore, ChatGPT can support analysis in validating and interpreting the outcome of statistical analysis. Collaborative research and knowledge sharing with ChatGPT. Collaboration and good communication are essential for creating productive research groups in the quickly changing workspace of today. With the development of artificial intelligence, ChatGPT has become a vital tool for improving collaboration, fostering unity, and streamlining workflow. Groups of researchers may fill communication gaps, come up with innovative concepts, and promote a collaborative atmosphere by utilizing the potential of ChatGPT. In today's remote work environment, groups of researchers frequently confront collaboration issues. ChatGPT can revolutionize how this gap is closed by enabling seamless remote collaboration. Team members may effortlessly share files, talk about projects, and give feedback using chat interfaces. As the virtual meeting moderator, an AI-powered chatbot may help ensure that remote group members actively participate in debates and brainstorming sessions. An essential component of group collaboration is knowledge sharing. Participants in the team may access knowledge, discuss best practices, and learn from one another using chatbots powered by AI as a knowledge library. ChatGPT's extensive knowledge base enables it to respond quickly to inquiries and serve as a learning tool for team's members. Groups may improve their collective intelligence while remaining current with current events by promoting continual learning and information sharing. Enhancing academic writing and manuscript preparation. Academic writing and publishing may be difficult, and it takes extensive effort and time to generate high-quality works. It is necessary for students and early career researchers to create one more academic works, such as a thesis, a collection of journal articles, or a doctorate dissertation. Manuscript writing represents one of the most challenging phases of the research journey for many researchers and students. When used for activities like automated draft creation, article summaries, and language translation, ChatGPT has the potential to be a strong and promising tool. Authors, academic as well as scientific writing process are accelerated by usage of ChatGPT, particularly for students or early career researchers. The ability of ChatGPT to access large data remains one of its main features. For instance, researchers can examine tens of thousands of researcher articles faster than they can personally read them by utilizing models. As a result, researchers may focus on other areas of their research while saving a significant amount of time. Application of ChatGPT in academic publishing and writing includes speech feedbacks, creativity engagements. Students, researchers, and employees at universities and business are interested in ChatGPT capabilities because it makes doing research simpler and more efficient. ChatGPT for presentation and conference preparation. It could be challenging and time-consuming to create a presentation. It takes extensive time and effort to do research, write the text, format the slides and the photos, and practice. Let's go through each stage before constructing a presentation using ChatGPT. To create this presentation, we will combine two AI technologies. Generating the text for presentation with ChatGPT is the first stage in the process. You must give ChatGPT some fundamental information regarding the presentations, like the topics, the intended audience, and the key topics you want to address in order to obtain the desired results. For Google Slides, install Slide AIs. Installing Slides AI for Google Slides comes next after generating the presentation's text. This is possible by using the add-on store of Google Slides. Presentation compilation using Slides AI. After installing Slides AI, you must start making your presentation. This may be done using same empty presentation that you create in the previous stage. New slides will be added automatically by Slide AI along with the necessary content. Finish up the presentation, then export it. The final touch may now be added and the slide can be customized. Proofread your presentation to ensure there are no errors because AI is still susceptible to making mistakes. If the primary content is appealing, you can move on to improving of the slides or their aesthetics appealing by using animations. There isn't much more to do but practice if you desire to present using Google Slides, so you know how to develop such a useful workflow. Generating research ideas and hypothesis testing with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is able to respond since it has been trained over a vast corpus of text data. You may suggest topics for your research papers based on subject areas as keywords by using ChatGPT prompts. Topic suggestion using the ChatGPT prompts. Advice on how to conduct detailed literature reviews, recommendation appropriate data collection and research methodologies, refining and narrowing research questions and hypotheses using ChatGPT. A precise and succinct research topic's hypothesis that direct the investigation is necessary for research articles, but coming up with a research topic's hypothesis can be difficult, particularly if the researcher is unsure of where to begin. The major idea of your study should be summed up in the conclusions, which should also repeat your thesis. They also offer a forum for introspection and conversation discussion of prospective future research directions. The ChatGPT prompts offer feedback on the layout, regularity, and fluency of your writing. To create topic sentence and importance idea for photograph, use the ChatGPT prompt. Giving input on the accuracy and dependable of study finding using ChatGPT questions. The results reported in academic research are legitimate and dependable. The correctness of the study findings and whether they accurately reflects what they purport to assess are called validities. Conversely, reliability refers to how consistencies the study findings hold up when they are verified or tested. ChatGPT for experimental designs and methodology. A potential tool called ChatGPT-4 is revolutionizing how scientists approach experiments and data analysis. It is a sophisticated chatbot that analyzes data utilizing natural language processing. Additionally, it offers researchers crucial information. The use of ChatGPT-4 is transforming scientific research. This is due to its capacities for comprehending complex scientific concepts and for accurately and swiftly analyzing innumerous volumes of data. Numerous advantages are provided by ChatGPT for scientific study. Its ability to comprehend natural language and self-learns allows it to assess complicated scientific concepts and data swiftly and accurately. Researchers can concentrate on other parts of their works since it saves them time and resource. ChatGPT-4 can also provide researchers with concepts and recommendations they may not have considered. This could result in breakthrough and innovations. The realm of scientific research is being revolutionized by ChatGPT-4, which is a useful tool for any researchers trying to improve their experimental designs, methodologies, and testing. Numerous productive experiments in numerous scientific domains have utilized ChatGPT-4. For instance, ChatGPT-4 has been employed in genetics to examine vast volumes of genomics data and find portable disease-causing mutations. ChatGPT-4 has been used in chemistry studies to forecast the characteristics of novel materials, saving time and resources for researchers during the development process. This case example demonstrates how effective and valuable ChatGPT-4 might be for enhancing scholarly investigations. Supporting data visualization and research communication. Scientists use data visualization as a crucial tool to better comprehend complicated information and discover novel insights. But producing effective visualization may be a laborious and difficult endeavor. Researchers have created a brand new tool called ChatGPT, short for the Sheet-Based Graphical Perception Task, to aid in the process. AI systems built on transformer technology are intended to learn from the data and generate predictions according to their discoveries. A collection of natural language questions and related data visualization is used to train the system in this instance of ChatGPT. In order for ChatGPT to function, data collection must be examined for patterns and trends. It then developed a more understandable visual presentation of data. As a result, scientists may immediately spot important data-related insights, including correlations and anomalies. Scientists work in several sectors use ChatGPT enhanced visuals to make sense of large data sets. ChatGPT, for instance, has been used to view numerous genomics data sets, enabling researchers to better comprehend the genetic makeup of various organisms. Additionally, it has been used for clinical trial data analysis, assisting researchers in finding links between interventions and results. The Internet of Things (IoT) data has also been analyzed using ChatGPT. Scientists may better understand how connected devices are utilized by identifying patterns and abnormalities in the data by using ChatGPT to visualize the data from links at device. Scientists are more rapidly and correctly making sense of complicated data sets because of ChatGPT enhanced visuals. ChatGPT aids in advancing science by giving researchers a greater grasp of data they are working with. Ethical consideration in AI assist research with ChatGPT. Use of ChatGPT ethical issue. Bias within the training data is one of the main ethical issues with utilizing ChatGPT. Any biases that exist in the big text dataset used to train the model would be seen in the output produced by the model. Results from this may be unjust and misleading, especially for marginalized groups. To reduce bias and guarantee fair and accurate findings, it is essential to have a broad and representative dataset. Technological misuse and abuse. The possibility of technological exploitation and misuse is another ethical consideration. The capability of ChatGPT to create language that might sound human may be used for evil ends like spreading fake information or assuming another person's identity. It is crucial to put protection in place to stop this kind of technological abuse and to hold those responsible accountable. Impact on job loss and less human interaction. The usage of ChatGPT could potentially result in a loss of human interactions and job displacement. As technology develops, it could be utilized to automate some operations that humans previously carried out. Finding strategies to lessen the effects on workers, like retaining programs and new employment prospects, is crucial. Securing and privacy concern. When utilizing ChatGPT, privacy and security issues are also crucial ethical considerations. The model could accidentally reveal sensitive data when it creates text according to the input. To safeguard user data and avoid misuse, it is critical to have effective privacy and security safeguards in place. Responsibility of society, users, and developers. Finally, while utilizing ChatGPT, user, developer, and society must all be held accountable. The model must be trained on various representative data, and developers must implement measures to avoid abuse. Users must employ technology morally and sensibly. Additionally, it is up to society to evaluate the effects of technology and when appropriate control its usage. ChatGPT for grant writing and funding applications. ChatGPT may help you write a clear and concise grant proposal by offering suggestions and words that are expected to be well received by funders. It might also assist you in organizing your proposal so that it is simple to read and comprehend. When your proposal is finished writing, ChatGPT may assist you with editing along with revisions. Emphasize being simple and succinct. Grant applications should be simple, brief, and quick to understand. Spend more time reading over each part of the proposal to make sure the wording is clear and devoid of any jargon or technical phrases that a grant-making organization might not be familiar with. Use to active voice. The active voice might assist in increasing the interest and persuasiveness of your grant request. In place of the problem would be addressed, put "We shall address the problem." Add particular examples. Research, then offer precise examples and facts to support your claims. Make a case of a necessity of the proposed project by using statistics, case study and testimonials to show the effects of the non-profit's work by you. Ensure accurate and consistency. Verify that all of the data in the grant request is correct and consistent by checking it twice. This compromises financial data for the budget, details about the company, and any necessary supporting papers. Check your writing for words character limits. There has a not built-in feature in ChatGPT that allows you to condense text to a set number of words or characters. However, there are certain methods you may use with ChatGPT to shorten text. One strategy is to generate concise, summarized paraphrases of original content using ChatGPT. You can take the following action. Fill out ChatGPT with the original text. Request that ChatGPT create a text summary stating the required words count or character counts for the summaries. Verify the summary and make any necessary revisions to make sure it is accurately convey the major points and ideas of the original pieces of writing. If required, repeat the process to cut the text even further. Future implications of ChatGPT in academic research. Here are 5 ways ChatGPT would alter academia. ChatGPT will quick the publication process, connect to industrial data source more effectively, and even speed up the invention process. Academic research transparencies and quality will probably suffer as a result of ChatGPT. ChatGPT will transform research procedure and publications by enabling researchers to develop experiments utilizing probability analysis. ChatGPT introduced new legal and ethical difficulties for publishers, academics, as well as discipline-focused learners in terms of original authorship, accountability, and ownership of models and ideas. New norms and recommendations for using and citing AI tools in any academic research are necessary in light of ChatGPT. Introduction to ChatGPT for Customer Service Professional. In only 5 days of its launch, ChatGPT amazed 1 million members, taking the internet by storm. On November 30, 2022, a prototype of OpenAI was released. It then became popular in a wide range of fields for its written response. Moreover, adoption has quickly gotten out to business all around the world. According to a recent feasible study, close to 30% of professionals were already using ChatGPT or another AI tool for their jobs. Writing code and composing emails constitute two of the most popular uses among white-collar employees. Customers may access ChatGPT around the clock, which is advantageous for companies that operate beyond regular business hours. Quick customer service response from ChatGPT can result in shorter resolution times and more client satisfaction. By eliminating the needs to employ customer care personnel, using ChatGPT for customer support may enable a business to save money. ChatGPT can respond to client questions consistently, helping to make sure that consumers always get the same information regardless of who they engage with. By automating frequent client inquiries and boosting productivity, ChatGPT is a potent technology transforming several aspects of the customer service sector. AI will undoubtedly be a factor in change to the customer experience, given that 71% of CEOs are committed to reimagining customer service. Some of the key advantages of utilizing ChatGPT in customer support include the following. Automation can Automation: ChatGPT can handle routing client queries automatically, freeing up customer support agents to handle more complicated or urgent situations. 24/7 accessibility: ChatGPT is always available to give customer prompts, accurate solutions to their questions even after regular business hours. Consistency: ChatGPT can offer dependable and correct answers to consumer questions, lessening any possibility of misunderstandings or mistakes. By doing this, you may increase customer satisfaction and foster customer trust. Scalability: ChatGPT capacity to manage several consumer questions concurrently enable customer support operations to accommodate higher traffic volumes. This may contribute to raising overall customer service operation effectiveness. Long client conversations may be effectively condensed using ChatGPT into digestible results. Customers' primary problem and concern may be readily understood by customer care employees thanks to this. It can also help them track and handle customer complaints more effectively. Translations: one of ChatGPT's main advantages is that it is bilingual. The capacity to produce responses in various additional languages may be advantageous to companies that operate in multiple languages. Enhancing customer interactions with ChatGPT. The way companies connect with their consumers might be completely changed by ChatGPT. A tremendous tool, ChatGPT can assist organizations in delivering their customer with better service and improved experience by offering quick, accurate, tailored, and cost-effective replies. Business may decide whether to use this type of technology and take benefit from its numerous advantages by learning how ChatGPT operates and how it can be included in customer support plan. The simultaneous handling of large number of client inquiries, ChatGPT ensures rapid replies and shortens wait time. Consumers no longer need to endure drawn-out email exchange a whole time. They may instead get help right away, which will increase their level of pleasure. ChatGPT helps in enhancing customer experience in a variety of ways. Traditional customer service frequently include working hour restrictions, which makes customers angry when important issues emerge outside of these hours. However, ChatGPT can offer 24/7 support, enabling users to get help whenever they need it, regardless of their geographical location zone. Doing this guarantees a smooth customer experience and delay in issue response are eliminated. ChatGPT may be trained to comprehend consumer preferences history and prior encounter to provide highly tailored replies. ChatGPT may achieve a more interesting and individualized customer support experience by evaluating previous discussions and client data. ChatGPT can offer technical assistance by comprehending and resolving complicated problems. It may deliver automatic solutions or step-by-step guidance to consumers by utilizing its extensive knowledge base, minimizing the need for human involvement. Customers are given the tools they need to handle issues independently, and the assistant process is speed up. Businesses that want to remain competitive must frequently offer service in a variety of languages. Language boundaries may be removed, and customer support services can reach a wider audience because of ChatGPT's trainable ability to speak several languages. ChatGPT specializes in comprehending context, enabling it to give precise and pertinent answers in cha- even in challenging circumstances. Customers will obtain accurate response and solution to the business they have since it comprehends user inquiry based on context, previous interaction, and extra information offered. ChatGPT may help humans agents by offering pertinent information, making suggestions for fixes, or even composing answers to frequently asked questions. This addition frees up people's time so they may concentrate on more difficult and valuable activities, eventually boosting their output and work satisfaction. ChatGPT may pick from knowledge for human operator experience and consumer interactions, continually enhancing its replies and precision. ChatGPT can continuously learn and improve its skill by examining the talk and response given by human agents, producing more precise and valuable information. Handling frequently asked questions and troubleshooting. ChatGPT can handle frequently asked questions by customers. It is because of the responses it has in its database, which is continually updated. A company may use its FAQs page for teaching ChatGPT for identifying and addressing customer queries. When a client sends a message with a query, ChatGPT may review it and respond with information that clarifies the customer's query or points them towards other resources. ChatGPT can provide the customers with prompt and precise answers. ChatGPT offers fantastic advantages for responding to users' frequently asked questions, but we must acknowledge that it is not human. One person cannot fully comprehend another human. As a result, there are several restrictions that we should surely be aware of. Being an AI tool, ChatGPT cannot comprehend its user emotions because clients have emotions and sentiments. Dealing with them requires extreme sensitivity. Furthermore, ChatGPT is unable to respond to consumers' complicated questions. In order to address complicated questions, firms still require some human stuff. Customers also need a personal touch from real stuff, which is lacking, and to make sure that your ChatGPT replies are accurate and pertinent, You might need to update them frequently. Customers connect with ChatGPT via digital channels, which might exacerbate security and privacy issues. Business should ensure the security of consumer data, even though ChatGPT may work wonders for companies should be cautious of any potential drawbacks. It may be difficult for ChatGPT to comprehend sensitive material, message challenging questions, provide a human touch, learn from novel scenarios, and reduce security and privacy problems. Personalizing customer support with ChatGPT, a fantastic strategy to raise client satisfaction and foster privileged customer relationship is to personalize your customer service by comprehending the wider context of customer service and responding appropriately. ChatGPT may assist you in personalizing customer service. ChatGPT may provide your consumers with a more individualized response and increase customer satisfaction by evaluating data like prior purchases, customer inquiries, and preferences. It is crucial to comprehend ChatGPT's capabilities and restrictions before utilizing it. You must establish the ideal customer profile, also referred to as ICP. In order to use ChatGPT efficiently, the industry, business size, letter of position, and trouble area of your target market should all be mentioned in your ICP. To learn more about your prospect's interests, problems, and communication style, you may use the language model to examine their company size, social media profiles, and various other online resources. You may use this information to create customized communications that will be more likely to connect with prospective customers and boost response rate. Messages that are expected to be disregarded or labeled as spam should not be generic or spammy. Before sending, review and adjust the message to make sure they are pertinent and beneficial to your prospects. You may send follow-up messages to your prospects using ChatGPT that remind them of your previous chat and answer any queries or objects they might have. It is crucial to evaluate and gauge your communications efficiency to maximize your outreach efforts. To identify which messages are effective and which ones require improvement, monitoring your KPIs such as response, open rates, and conversion rates is crucial. Resolving complex issues with ChatGPT as an aid. Applications for natural language processing are the main uses of ChatGPT. However, you can develop innovations answers to challenging issues with the aid of ChatGPT. ChatGPT can assist the team in discovering novel solutions that would not have been obvious. In conclusion, ChatGPT has the ability to be a useful tool for teams trying to tackle challenging issues and make better choices. It may aid in improving the productivity and effectiveness of groups by offering a plethora of knowledge and advice. ChatGPT for customer feedback and satisfaction analysis. ChatGPT is a potent NLP tool that may assist organizations with a variety of activities, from customer feedback analysis to automating customer supports. ChatGPT is a flexible tool even if its main purpose is to appear human on the other end of the chart. The cutting edge of technology makes it feel that people are talking to original humans. It can code, conduct a conversation, write essays and emails, produce consumer surveys and respond to virus inquiries. It can also write play script, music and even movie script. Incorporating ChatGPT into your customer feedback analysis process may greatly improve your understanding of what your customer thinks and feels. Imagine being able to develop customized answers quickly and easily to frequent feedback topics, discover rising sentiment patterns, and automatically categorize and text customer feedbacks. Gathering client feedback is now essential to any effective customer experience strategy as companies place a higher priority on quantifying customer happiness. To get the most out of ML and AI technology like ChatGPT, ensure you have gathered sufficient consumer input. Using ChatGPT to analyze emotions in customer review. ChatGPT capacity to recognize certain patterns and trends in customer feedback is another helpful tool for customer feedback analysis. ChatGPT can find recurrent themes and problems that consumers are having by studying a huge number of customer evaluations. Customer comments may be analyzed and addressed with ChatGPT. Your comments may be customized in accordance with the emotions and language of customer evaluations, providing that they answer any concern or difficulties raised by customer. Multilingual support and language translation with ChatGPT. ChatGPT provides multilingual support for customer care by utilizing the system's extensive language model capabilities to assist consumers who communicate in different languages. Messages may be translated from one to another language in real time using ChatGPT, which can be trained in a number of languages. ChatGPT multilingual support enables business to reach a worldwide client and increase customer retentions. Companies with a worldwide client or those entering new markets where a variety of languages are spoken may find it particularly helpful. Handling difficult customers and conflict resolution. The preferred mechanism for swiftly settling disputes is now ChatGPT. It is crucial to choose language that is lifting, understandable, and approachable. To accomplish this, focus on utilizing short phrases, contractions, and active voice. Your consumers will feel appreciated and understood if you use fewer adverbs and a legible vocabulary. Let's now dissect the ChatGPT prompt you can manage irate client like a pro. Create a response to an email for customer support. The customer is angry for a given reason. My business is known by the moniker business name and our action is action to solve the problem. Use a tone in the tone style. With this effective suggestion, you may provide a tailored and synthetic answer to your customer's problem. Simplify, fill in the necessary information in the blank to utilize it. Determine the upsetting reason for customers' unhappiness. Put your company names in the bookmark business name. Specify the action you are doing to fix the issue. Tone style. Select an acceptable tone for the circumstances, such as emphatic, apologetic, or aggressive. Here are some situations when ChatGPT can save the day. In response to a customer complaint about or delayed delivery, ChatGPT may quickly reply expressing your sympathy, outlining the cause of the hold-up, and proposing a fix, such as rearranging the delivery or issuing a refund. Addressing consumer procedure, adding product quality. ChatGPT may assist by creating a response that recognizes the client disappointment, details your quality control procedure, and provides a refund or replacement. If a customer objects to a charge on the account, ChatGPT can explain the situation, look into it, and offer a remedy such as account credit or refund. No matter the situation, you can make sure that your consumer feels heard and respected by utilizing the capabilities of ChatGPT. Training and fine-tuning ChatGPT for customer service. AI can make it simpler to reduce the amount of repetitive work your customer-facing personnel must be undertake. You must first collect and organize your customer service data set before utilizing ChatGPT to handle repeat customer service inquiries. This should contain a sizable collection of customer support contacts, including chat logs, email correspondence, and recorded phone and video call transcripts. The model will be improved with these datasets help to fully comprehend customer questions for customers. In order to assist in setting the scene for customer service conversation, kindly include any pertinent documents or store text as well. Once you have your data set, you may adjust the ChatGPT model according to the customer service data set using the Open AI API. To enhance the model's effectiveness in comprehending and corresponding to consumer inquiries, this method entails training the model using your data collection. This stage is essential because it enables the model to pick up on the precise language and vocabulary you use when interacting with customer service, resulting in more accurate and pertinent results. Testing the model with a sample of interactions with customer after the model has been adjusted is crucial to assessing its performance. Before using the model, this stage enables you to fix and find any mistake or problems. To make sure the model can manage a variety of customer service interactions, you may also test it with diverse client inquiry. After the model is put into use, you should keep any eye on it and tweak it to make it more efficient. In order to find areas for improvement, this stage may entail gathering input for clients and customer service agents and analyzing the model's performance statistics. Finally, you may link the refined model to your chatbot or other customer care platforms to include it in your customer service operations. This process enables the model to respond in real time to consumer inquiries and raises the effectiveness of your customer support operations as a whole. Integrating ChatGPT will help labs and CRM systems. ChatGPT can help provide customized and pertinent answers to client questions and support requests, enhancing customer satisfaction. It may do this by creating better email answers for salesmen or integrating context-sensitive data in automated email chains. It goes without saying that you may instruct your CRM to send out a customized email campaign depending upon a template or pre-written email. Every email distributed throughout the campaign may include a lot more individualized and sector-specific context. Thanks to ChatGPT, your client's data might also be analyzed by AI, which would alert your staff of any possible difficulties. It would accomplish by gathering information from current clients in the sector and figuring out any trends that are evident in the records. ChatGPT can only utilize the information you supply because it cannot access the internet. Additionally, the AI might automate a labor-intensive human operations of personalizing each email sent to clients as part of email marketing. An approach for using ChatGPT to grasp prospects' interest is ask ChatGPT to give you a list of difficulties that a certain function at a given firm would be facing into bullet form. Send your prospects a screen image of the result. Inquire about the customer opinions on the AI's response. Without CRM connectivity, we are aware of this. The framework currently functions. Integration, nevertheless, can significantly increase in capabilities. An AI might set salespeople in understanding their prospects better. ChatGPT might potentially learn from consumer data stored within your business with an integration. Salespeople might gain improved insight into their opportunities and issues when the AI analyzes client data. Then they might be able to create outreach plans that use ChatGPT that are more effective. ChatGPT for proactive customer engagement and retention. ChatGPT enables organizations to gain significant data from client dialogue. As a result, they may more accurately focus their marketing efforts and understand the wants and preferences of their clients. By responding to consumer inquiries in a more customized and accurate manner and by assigning business in a gleaning insightful information from customer discussion, ChatGPT is fostering more customer engagement. As a result, businesses are able to forge deeper connection with their client and eventually increase for sale. For companies trying to give their consumers a better online experience, ChatGPT is a priceless tool. With the support of ChatGPT's strong AI capabilities, companies can better understand their clients and encourage greater integration. ChatGPT may be utilized to raise client engagement. It can recognize client emotion using natural language processing and then reply with messages that are suited to their requirements. This enables companies to provide customers with a more tailored experience. The platform may be used to offer suggestions and respond to consumer queries in a timely and accurately manner. This lowers of the price of customer service while increasing client satisfaction. Companies may target clients with AI dialogues and present them with pertinent offers. AI can send clients automatic communications to remind them of the value of continuing their relationship with brands. Business may also offer a smooth client experience with AI conversation by giving the appropriate response in real time. Each of these aspects enable business to improve customer satisfaction and foster lasting client loyalty. Future trends in AI-powered customer service with ChatGPT. Just 23% of chatbots were AI-powered at the beginning of 2022, and only 31 intend to become so in the future. However, ChatGPT-4 is a paradigm-shifting technology that can comprehend and answer difficult questions, adapt to wider settings, and provide clients with sympathetic solutions. One of the most sophisticated and adaptable AI language models currently available. It employs machine learning to continuously improve its replies depending on the input. According to subject matter experts, ChatGPT-4 is going to transform how we interact with technologies and the world around us because of its unparalleled capability to comprehend and respond to complicated inquiries. Consequently, a lot of businesses have already released ChatGPT for utilization in customer support and other applications. Although ChatGPT-4 provides intriguing prospects for individualized customer support, its effectiveness depends on striking a balance between automation and human interaction. Finding this equilibrium may boost productivity and improve customer happiness. As Jeffrey Gitomer put it, the customer are never a disruption in our work but rather an integral part of it. And if customers are not involved with ChatGPT-4, this naturally restricts the technology's capacities to enhance customer service. Introduction to ChatGPT for language teaching and tutoring. Content generation. ChatGPT may generate materials like summarize, review, and essay. It is particularly well suited for usage as a virtual assistant for students, assisting them in generating content for assignments. They need just enter a request or few keywords related to the topic, and in less than a minute, content gets quickly created much as when searching for information online. This signifies a significant transition from the current Google era to a GPT-based one in the coming future. Virtual tutoring. ChatGPT may serve as the virtual tutor, giving students individualized education and responding to their inquiries in real time. There are no waiting times, a speedy response, and accurate feedback from the chatbot, which is responsive and only devoted to one user. For instance, when a student asks a math question, the virtual tutor may provide them with prompt, comprehensive responses. Learning a language. Students can utilize ChatGPT to aid with language learning as well. For instance, the tool may converse while offering translation, while build sentences, provide exercise, and define new terms. Potential obstacles to learning and teaching. Independent thinking. If we depend too much on technology, we might damage students' ability to think for themselves. One's own capacity for thought may be harmed by the tool's quick text generation and simplicity of retrieving solutions by just putting inquiry into the chatbot. Plagiarism and copyright. Due to the prevalence of the Internet, plagiarism is a significant issue in learning environments. Although ChatGPT text is regarded as the derivative work of training data, the original author is still the owner of the copyright. Therefore, to reduce the chance of copyright infringement, users should run every bit of content using plagiarism detection software before it is published. Conversational practice and language fluency with ChatGPT. Language learners may profit from using ChatGPT, but only if they do so properly. The following are some suggestions for utilizing it as a language conversation partner. Use ChatGPT as an addition to conventional language learning techniques, not as a substitute. Students should use it sparingly for the time being, but it can aid in listening and speaking practice. Incorporate this in homework and lessons just for more autonomous as well as higher level students. Quite young learners might struggle. Give students specific questions to ask depending on the topics they are learning in class. Give them the setup instructions after going through a demo in class so they may implement it at home or on their phones. Students should conduct a conversation as part of their homework before copying, pasting, and sending it to you. Encourage students to concentrate on certain linguistic abilities. They might practice asking for clarification, utilizing idiomatic expressions, or bringing up culture differences, for instance. Feedback on conversational is request. Request that the students record conversations, listen to them, and then reflect. If they need further input, let them share it with you. Personalized language instruction with ChatGPT. A new language may be learned by ChatGPT. For instance, the tool may define new words while delivering translations, create sentences, provide practice tasks, or even have a conversation with the students. Additionally, it may access coherent vocabulary and grammar in student essays. ChatGPT make it feasible to pick up new languages, regardless of whether it is being used to prepare a lesson for the class or for individual usage by students. This tool is multilingual and level adaptive. ChatGPT can assist us in look up terminology related to a certain topic and level, chat in the chosen language together with the correct translation, review text, develop unique exercises such as fill in the blank with the correct verb, additional solutions that go well beyond what is currently imaginable. Vocabulary expansion and word usage with ChatGPT. Did you realize that this effects language model may also help you expand your vocabulary? You heard me correctly. Yes, the greatest thing though it is simple as a pie and lemon squeezy. It is an effective tool for vocabulary improvement since it can instantly produce metaphors and idioms on demand. ChatGPT transforms vocabulary learning by providing instant metaphors. Let's have a little discussion regarding metaphors. They are akin to the vocabulary building superhero. They make difficult ideas more approachable and understandable and may also enhance your memory for new words. Consider how difficult it would be to try to recall the name of just one actor from just one movie. Yes, it's challenging. That, then what if I inform you that he was Iron Man? Mind blown. That name will always be in your memory. The name is true of metaphors of words. Let's return to GPT now. It's comparable to having your very own superhero companion. Simply give it the term you wish to comprehend, then ask it to provide a metaphor or analogy for you. Something like, can you provide me with the metaphor for ontology? GPT will say ontology serves as a blueprint for the building of actuality. If that's not a good way to explain the topic, you may instruct GPT to find another analogy. According to a study, when we make connections between new information and previously learned materials, our memory improves dramatically. Additionally, if you are feeling adventurous, you might ask GPT to provide you with a phrases that employ the word in context. It's like seeing a word in action. Also, it's a lot more entertaining than reading some dry definition. If you ask GPT, the champagne was so effervescent, it would respond. The champagne was so effervescent and bubble danced to a surface in the light-hearted celebration display. Let's imagine you are seeking to grasp what the term effervescence means. To understand more about the words and their uses, you could even utilize ChatGPT to create idiomatic expressions. For example, can you come up with the idiomatic expression using the words effervescent? A praise like buzzing with excitement or full of energy and life would be generated using ChatGPT. The GPT isn't a replacement for the human teacher, therefore carefully examine the answers before accepting them as absolute facts. Grammar corrections and writing improvement with ChatGPT. The language model ChatGPT created by OpenAI may generate text input responses that are equivalent to those generated by a human. Although text generation and natural language processing are its main functions, it has some limited grammar checking skills. For instance, it may suggest alternations to writing style and easily correct punctuation issues. The ChatGPT check for grammar has certain limitations, though. The ChatGPT grammar checker might sometimes miss some errors or detect innumerous ones since its degree of precision and specificity with regard to grammar checking isn't on par with that of the dedicated grammar checker. How to check your grammar using ChatGPT. If you wish to utilize ChatGPT for grammatical checking, there are several things you may do to make it more effective. First, write text inputs that are precise and unambiguous so that the model can comprehend what you are attempting to convey. Second, concentrate on one or two specific grammatical rules at a time to make it easier for the model to see errors. To verify correctness, contrast ChatGPT suggestion with either a grammar checker or else real proofreader. How to improve your grammar. It's vital to keep in mind that there is no alternative for learning and practicing, even while ChatGPT may be a useful tool for writing improvement. Read a lot and pay attention to how other authors use language to hone your grammatical abilities. Learn the rule of grammar, then practice using them in your writing. Ask for input for others, including a commit editor and close friends and family. Pronunciation and accents training with ChatGPT. When using ChatGPT for pronunciation and accent training, below are several tips you can follow. Ask for phonetic transcriptions when encountering unfamiliar words or phrases. Ask ChatGPT to provide you with the phonetic transcriptions. This will give you a visual representation of how the word is pronounced, which can be helpful for practicing accurate pronunciation. Request pronunciation examples. If you are unsure about the pronunciation of a specific word or phrase, ask ChatGPT to provide pronunciation examples. While it can provide audio, it can offer you descriptions or phonetic representations of how the word should sound. Seek feedback on your pronunciation attempts. Practice speaking or repeating words and sentences to ChatGPT. Ask for feedback on your pronunciation and it can evaluate your attempts based on the written responses. Take note of any suggestion or correction provided by ChatGPT. Utilize phonetics guides. ChatGPT can explain and describe specific phonetic sounds, sound patterns, or pronunciation rules. Ask for guidance on specific sounds that are challenging for you, and ChatGPT can provide you with information and tips to improve. Practice dialogue exchange. Engage in conversational exchange with ChatGPT, focusing on practicing your pronunciation and accents. Use ChatGPT's response as a model and mimics the pronunciation and intonation in your spoken responses. Ask for tongue twister or pronunciation exercises. Request ChatGPT to provide you with tongue twister or pronunciation exercise in the target language. Although it can play audio, ChatGPT can generate challenging phrases or sentences that you can practice saying aloud. Discuss accent reduction techniques. If you are specifically looking to reduce your accents, ask ChatGPT about techniques or strategy for accent reduction in the target language. It could offer knowledge and assistance based on linguistics knowledge. Use visual cues. When working with ChatGPT, you can visualize, analyze the text it generates, look for patterns, stretch marks, or any indications of intonation that ChatGPT might include. Use these cues to enhance your own pronunciation and accent training. Cultural immersion and role-playing with ChatGPT. Role-playing activities may engage students with active learning and push them to consider critically. Role-playing activities may also aid students in gaining empathy and over emotional and social abilities and greater comprehension of various cultures and viewpoints. ChatGPT is a flexible tool for role-playing since it is an AI-based language model. Here are some recommendations. Request a certain character from ChatGPT. You may ask ChatGPT to pretend to be Sherlock Holmes by saying, ChatGPT, would you act Sherlock Holmes? And then begin a conversation with it in that capacity. For the role play, use instruction like this. You may say, let's pretend we are two detectives investigating a murder case, as well as let's imagine we are two adventurers exploring the dungeon. As examples, maintain your character, saying in character and corresponding as if you are the character you are portraying will contribute to making the role-playing interesting. This will make it easier for both ChatGPT and you to remain in character and produce a more realistic role-playing experience. Subject-specific lesson plan. Curricular areas arrange the following list of role-playing lesson plans for students. Role-playing as a literary character, students may be given as a function character from the literature to assume in order to interact with ChatGPT. Can you, for instance, portray Elizabeth Bennet from the Pride and Prejudice? Science experiment. Students might pretend to be scientists experimenting. They may assign positions like that of lab technician, researcher, or data analyst. Students can collaborate to plan the experiment, gather data, and evaluate the findings once the teacher gives them a list of required items and instructions. For instance, students can act out of the roles as scientists evaluating the density of various things. Foreign language situation. ChatGPT may create a scenario that reflects actual circumstances that students could deal with when interacting in some foreign language, such as placing an order at a restaurant, requesting directions, or striking up a conversation with a stranger. Assessing language proficiency with ChatGPT. It is important to note the change from B2 towards C1. It entails progressing from an independent user to a proficient language user. You are required to comprehend an extensive variety of challenging lengthier text on a C1 level and identify latent meaning in them. You must be able to speak clearly and without any visible seeking for words while expressing concepts. Setting SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, is crucial for advancing to this point and beyond. Here are some tips on utilizing ChatGPT to establish and achieve your linguistics objective. Specifics. Decide which ability you wish to develop. For instance, you could desire to improve your capacity for comprehending English language films without subtitles. You may say to yourself, I aim to understand 90% of the movie in English and without using subtitles. Measurable. Pick a strategy for keeping tabs on your advancement. Using the aforementioned example, you could track your development by keeping track of how frequently you need subtitles during the film and setting a goal to lower this percentage over time. Achievable. Ensure that your objectives are reasonable in light of where you are now and the time you have for learning. Divide a goal into smaller, more attainable ones if it appears too overwhelming. For instance, if your goal is to comprehend a whole English movie, you may start with comprehending a few scenes or brief bits. Relevant. Be certain that your objectives relate to why you study English. If you are studying English for work, you can put more emphasis on developing your formal writing or business vocabulary. Information communication and grasping various dialect may be more relevant if you are learning it for social or travel purposes. Time bound. Give your objective a due date. This may instill an impression of your urgency and motivation. For instance, you may give yourself a 3-month deadline to comprehend 90% of an English language movie. ChatGPT for language lesson planning and curriculum design. Developing lesson plans which are efficient, interesting, and customized for your particular group of students is a difficult challenge for language teachers. You may now generate language lesson plans, customize and adapt for your specific teaching goals using AI technologies, including ChatGPT. The aspects of ChatGPT that we enjoy the most is how quickly lesson plans and associated language learning activities can be created. Benefit of utilizing ChatGPT for creating language lesson plans. ChatGPT has a number of benefits for teaching languages. First off, it may offer a wide variety of lesson ideas and real-world resources that could be used in addition to conventional textbooks and curricula. Teachers may use ChatGPT to provide their students with various intriguing lessons and pertinent details suited to their interests and requirements. Second, ChatGPT can help grade written assignments and offer tailored feedback for language tests, saving teachers time and energy. Teachers may use ChatGPT to provide their students with specific feedback regarding their language proficiency, assisting them in identifying areas for improvement and offering advice regarding how they can do. Creating lesson plans for language using customized ChatGPT prompt. Therefore, adjusting your prompt to suit your goals is crucial before using ChatGPT to average language lessons. Input any extra information you would like the AI to become aware of and the language you wish to teach. Here is a list of the most typical criteria that we suggest language teachers use when developing lesson plans utilizing ChatGPT. Target language and resource language level A1 to C2 or level grade like grade 9. Theme: business, nature, interpersonal relationships, travel, science, culture, food, pastime, etc. Lesson time from 45 minutes, 60 minutes, or 90 minutes. Delivery options: in person, in remote, live. Key ways to teach: task-based, interactive, project-based, audio-linear, etc. Formats for student interactions: pairs, group, and individual. Objective: enhance speaking, writing, reading, listening ability, enhance spontaneous speaking skills, learn important vocabulary, build grammatical knowledge, be ready for exams. Create group work skills, build target cultural knowledge, and so on. Material: flashcard, game, audio, video, text, etc. By using this format, you may make prompts that are much more detailed. Incorporating ChatGPT in virtual language learning environments. Incorporating ChatGPT into virtual language learning environments can effectively enhance the learning experience and provide learners with additional opportunities to practice their language skills. Here are some potential ways to incorporate ChatGPT in such environments. Students can comprehend and speak various languages with ease thanks to ChatGPT. Additionally, it could include tools like dictionaries and grammar rules for learning foreign language. The majority of computer science queries and assignments covered in class may be answered through ChatGPT. The professor can provide a range of ChatGPT-based assignments that can be given to learners in computer science to emphasize that computer science cognitive skills are not getting outdated. It could enhance students' capacity for critical thought in computer science and deepen their understanding of related subjects. One of the best chatbots is ChatGPT because it can remember user cues from previous conversation and learn over real time. This technology has several uses outside only providing answers to queries. For example, academic paper, code, and emails have all been requested from ChatGPT. ChatGPT for language test preparation and practice. ChatGPT can be an excellent resource for language test preparation and practice. Here's how it can be incorporated into language test scenario. Sample question and answers. ChatGPT can generate a wide variety of sample questions and answers that closely resemble those found in language tests. Learners can practice answering these questions and receive instant feedback from the model. This helps familiarize them with the test format, build their confidence, and improve their response strategies. Test simulation. ChatGPT can simulate the test-taking experience by providing time, exercise, and realistic test conditions. Learners can attempt mock tests within a specific time frame, and the model can evaluate their answers, helping them understand how they perform under test conditions. Language proficiency assessment. ChatGPT can assess learners' language proficiency levels by evaluating their response to various language tasks and providing feedback based on predetermined proficiency criteria. Error analysis and feedback. ChatGPT can analyze learner written response and provide detailed feedback on errors, suggesting corrections and explaining grammar or vocabulary concepts. This feedback can help learners understand and learn from their mistakes, improving their accuracy and fluency. Speaking practice. ChatGPT can act as a virtual speaking partner, simulating conversation scenario and asking learners questions. Learners can practice their language skills by responding orally, and the model can provide feedbacks on pronunciation, fluency, and language usage. This allowed learners to refine their speaking abilities and gain confidence for the speaking component of language tested. Vocabulary and grammar exercise. ChatGPT can generate interactive exercise to help learners practice vocabulary and grammar concepts test in language exams. This exercise can include fill in the blank, multiple choice question, or sentence completion tasks. The model can provide immediate feedback on learners' answers, reinforcing their understanding of language rules and structures. Test-taking strategies. ChatGPT can offer tips and strategies for approaching different sections of language tests. It can provide guidance on time management, effective reading techniques, and approach to tackling specific question types. These help learners develop effective test-taking strategies that maximize performance. Progress tracking. ChatGPT can track learners' progress in test preparation by keeping record of their performance, identifying areas of improvement, and suggesting target study materials or practice exercises. Future perspectives in AI assist language teaching with ChatGPT. Future interactions of ChatGPT are expected to have enhanced natural language understanding capabilities. They will better comprehend learner input, including details, idiomatic phrases, and culture examples. This would end up in more precise and contextually relevant response, fostering a more authentic conversational experience. By identifying each student's individual learning preference and providing specialized information and feedback, ChatGPT can assist students in having a more personalized learning experience. These tools can also automate administrative tasks like grading, scheduling, and administrative support, freeing up teachers' time to focus on instruction. AI-assisted language teaching can be integrated with technologies such as virtual and argument to develop immersive language learning experiences. Learners can engage with AI-driven virtual characters or participate in virtual scenarios that replicate real-world language context. This integration enhances engagement and provides realistic language practice opportunity. AI models can leverage a vast amount of data to provide learners with contextually relevant language learning experiences. Drawing from real-world text, conversations, and multimedia content, they can offer language lessons and reflect the language used in various contexts, such as business, travel, or academic settings. This contextualization will prepare learners for real-life language use. Future AI-assisted language teaching systems may enable collaborative learning experience. Learners could engage in grouping activities with the AI model, acting as a facilitator, guiding discussions, providing feedback, and fostering peer-to-peer interactions. This collaborative environment will promote social learning and communication skills development. While AI models like ChatGPT offer numerous benefits, humans, teachers, and language partners provide nuanced feedbacks, cultural insight, and personalized support that AI alone cannot replicate. The synergy between AI and human instructors will contribute to a comprehensive and effective language learning experience. Introduction to ChatGPT for programmers. A good tool that can help with the coding process is ChatGPT. ChatGPT can produce effective code solutions, although it still can completely substitute human programmers, yet it greatly increases the output and coding precision. ChatGPT aids code writing. This may entail activities like code production, completions, and optimizations. It is simple to develop code using ChatGPT. A prompt is needed to do so. ChatGPT then reviews the questions and generates code. Here is a step-by-step tutorial on how to program using ChatGPT. The programming language for which you want ChatGPT to produce code must be specified. Python, JavaScript, and the complete language that ChatGPT may produce code in. The code you wish to produce is described in ChatGPT prompt. It must contain the intended functionality of the code snippet and be written in plain English. For instance, your questions may read, write a function which organizes any array of integers in descending order. ChatGPT produced the code after getting the prompt. The produced code could be used by the programmer. In addition to producing some copy-paste code, ChatGPT also provides an explanation of what the code does, which is particularly useful if you are unfamiliar with the language. There are various benefits of utilizing ChatGPT when writing code. ChatGPT includes instant code suggestion and also help in saving energy and time. ChatGPT can analyze enormous volumes of code and make precise recommendations. You may focus on harder tasks by using ChatGPT to help with complicated coding tasks. It is impossible to distinguish ChatGPT generate code from human writing code. ChatGPT can help programmers by offering ideas and solutions, but it cannot take the place of human problem-solving abilities. ChatGPT can create app code, but to ensure good operation, it may also need extra human input and modification. The entity that provides the problem or data is typically the created code's owners. Coding assistant and debugging with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a universal debugging tool that programmers can use at all levels and in any language. In contrast to traditional debugging tools that can be complicated and need specialized programming language expertise, ask ChatGPT precise questions regarding error message or unusual behavior, and you will receive a response with pertinent details that can help you find and resolve the problem. Because ChatGPT is a chatbot, every contact with it will be unique, but there are certain general steps to take to design the best prompt. Here are the steps for debugging. Finding the issue is the initial step in debugging. Due to the fact that the issue can sometimes be less clear, this stage of the procedure might be the most difficult. You might need to check for hints like error message or strange behavior to find the issue. To learn more about the behavior you are experiencing or the error message you are receiving, you must ask ChatGPT questions. Isolating the issue comes next after we have located it. This requires identifying the precise lines of code that constitute the issue source. You can enlist ChatGPT assistant in identifying the problematic code lines. It's important to continuously replicate the issue in order to troubleshoot it. You cannot consult ChatGPT for advice on testing the code to see whether the issue has been resolved or how to duplicate the issue. ChatGPT can assist you in understanding the code by responding to inquiries about the intent, organization, and syntax of the code. Print statements, debuggers, and breakpoints are the tools available for debugging code. ChatGPT can assist you in using these technologies efficiently by offering advice and responding to inquiries. You must test the code to ensure that the issue has been resolved once you have located and repaired the issue. ChatGPT can aid the creation of test cases and offer direction for successfully testing the code. Exploring programming languages and frameworks with ChatGPT. And effective techniques to improve user experience and advance your apps is by integrating ChatGPT into your project. You may maximize the benefits of this potent language paradigm and realize its full potential by selecting the appropriate platform and programming language. Below are few languages which can be used by ChatGPT for programming. Python is a top choice for ChatGPT integration since it is one of the most well-liked programming languages for machine learning and AI. Python is supported by both Hugging Face and the OpenAI API, and many tools and frameworks make working with ChatGPT simple. Since Python has a sizable and vibrant developer community, you can have easy access to a wealth of resources for help and debugging. Another well-suited programming language for ChatGPT integration is Java. Java is compatible with OpenAI API, and a variety of libraries are available that make it simple to use machine learning and natural language processing with Java. Java's reliability, security, and scalability make it perfect platform for enterprise-level applications. Java is a flexible programming language with various uses, including ChatGPT integration, although ChatGPT cannot be used in JavaScript apps since the OpenAI API does not support JavaScript. Here are nonetheless a number of third-party libraries that can. The development of server-side apps that use ChatGPT may be done with Node.js, a well-liked and potent JavaScript runtime environment. Because of its excellent scalability and efficiency, Node.js is a great option for developing ChatGPT-enabled real-time chat systems. There are platforms that integrate ChatGPT. A potent tool for incorporating ChatGPT into your project is the OpenAI API. You may access a variety of pre-trained models using this platform and modify them to meet your needs. The API is a versatile option for developers because it supports several programming languages like Python, Node.js, Java, and Ruby. Another well-liked platform for incorporating ChatGPT into your project is Hugging Face. It offers a selection of pre-trained models such as GPT-2 and GPT-3 and gives developers access to straightforward API. The platform also includes a sizable developer community which may be a useful tool for help and debugging. For ChatGPT integration, the well-liked machine learning platform TensorFlow might be utilized. TensorFlow offers great control and flexibility over the integration process, although it needs more setup and configuration than the other solutions. This option is suitable for your project if you are already familiar with TensorFlow. Problem solving and algorithm designs with ChatGPT. Whenever it comes to problem solving, ChatGPT is phenomenal. Students may use ChatGPT to ask questions about coding and programming in particular, and it can offer step-by-step instruction on tackling coding challenges. Additionally, ChatGPT may provide students with code hints, recommendations, and best practices to assist them in advancing their coding knowledge and abilities. ChatGPT is useful for students seeking coding assistance because of its broad knowledge base and speedy data processing and analysis capabilities. One of ChatGPT's main strengths is its ability to solve problems relating to code and data structures. Because ChatGPT aids in the resolution of coding issues, this capability of ChatGPT is particularly beneficial from programmers and debuggers worldwide. If you are unfamiliar with it, using text-based AI models like ChatGPT might be challenging. To assist you, we have put up a list of things to keep an eye out of while utilizing ChatGPT for resolving coding problems. Whenever you have a coding-related question, be as explicit as you can. Give specifics about your goal, the code you have already written, the error you are experiencing, and the things you have previously tried. When posting your question, be sure to use the correct code terms. This will improve ChatGPT's comprehension for your query and enable it to deliver more accurate answers. If you are having trouble solving a complicated code issue, try dividing it up into smaller components. As a result, the issue can be simpler to resolve, and ChatGPT might comprehend your goals more clearly. Giving ChatGPT samples of code or expect a result might help it comprehend your issue and give more precise solutions. When ChatGPT replies to your query, thoroughly study it and ensure you comprehend it. If the result is unclear to you, consider restarting your query, offering more information. To try out multiple solutions to your code issue, use ChatGPT's answers. Examine many code examples or strategies to see which performs the best. Collaborative coding and pair programming with ChatGPT. Two programmers collaborate on the same code base using common software development approach known as pair programming. It has been demonstrated to raise team members' knowledge sharing, lower mistakes, and enhance code quality. The fundamental concept is to use both people's strengths to write better, more flexible, and maintainable code. Although it is still a new idea in the field, pair programming utilizing AI code assistant has the power to completely alter how we view software development. Teams may produce more reliable and effective code faster by combining the skills and expertise of human programmers alongside the computing power and speed of an AI models. Pair programming using ChatGPT is a straightforward idea. The AI model plays the role of the navigator, offering ideas and insight determined by its training data and understanding of programming language, while we play the role of the drivers inputting code into an IDE or text editor. This strategy has a lot of advantages. It increases the productivity of programmers by shifting some of the cognitive burden to the AI models. As a result, the programmer is free to concentrate on more challenging or high-level tasks, while ordinary programming chores like programmer checking, error detection, and code completion are handled by the AI. Pair programming using ChatGPT has the added advantage of lowering mistakes and raising overall code quality. As code is being created, an AI model may review it and offer comments and recommendations to help find flaws or point out of potential improvement areas. This can aid in preventing bugs and security flaws from sliding through the gaps, which can be particularly crucial in systems that are mission critical. An AI model or pair programming can promote knowledge exchange and teamwork within a team. AI can offer suggestions and insights that human programmers would not have considered, resulting in a more varied and all-encompassing approach to software development. Code documentation and command generation with ChatGPT. Using a chatbot, you may document your project just as quickly if it involves software. The procedure is quite easy. The first step is to register at astar.com. Afterward, create a cloudlet. Once done with registration, utilize the machine learning component to gather training data from your documentation website and create a custom AI model. Finally, embed the chatbot HTML code onto your website or use the HStar created API endpoint anywhere. Explain this code before the code that is chosen in the code editor. Send it to ChatGPT. The text DaVinci 003 framework, which has 1.7 billion parameters via our API and Presto. Every time the responses are flawless, you can finish the task in under 5 minutes of your products and has excellent documentation. To test it out for yourself, register at Hub and create Cloudlet. You may also download the open source version to experiment with locally. Before we begin, it's crucial to understand that ChatGPT has never been a placement for traditional coding techniques and abilities. Instead, it's a useful tool that may aid with the simplification and automation of various coding related activities, saving up time and mental energy for more challenging jobs. As a consequence, it complements traditional coding methods best rather than acting as a complete replacement for them. Including comments in your code is a good idea since it makes it easier to read. You may now add comments to your code using ChatGPT. First, describe the code in plain terms if you wish to make a remark. For instance, a function adds a description and computes the sum of two integers, as seen below. Please create a Python function that accepts two integers as an input and output their total. Afterward, ChatGPT will provide comments on your code. Note that ChatGPT generates comments based on the input you submit. Additionally, a code's comments won't always be flawless, so carefully examine those comments to see if they accurately express the goal of your code. ChatGPT for learning new programming concepts and techniques. There are various ways that ChatGPT may utilize to enhance coding abilities. It can give rapid response to straightforward queries regarding syntax, data structures, and algorithms, saving time and enhancing their comprehension of programming principles. ChatGPT may also help students with more difficult coding issues by offering answers, giving examples, or succinctly and simply describing coding ideas, assisting with debugging, proposing best practices, and providing guidance on programming principles are just a few of the many ways that ChatGPT may be financial for coding. You may use ChatGPT to sharpen your coding abilities by following this step. Ask conceptual questions. If you need a programming ideas or language feature explained simply, you can ask ChatGPT to do so. Look for coding examples. For certain activities or algorithms that you wish to learn more about or better comprehend, ask for ChatGPT sample. Talk about ideas practice. Ask ChatGPT about effective algorithms, design patterns, also or good coding methods. This can assist you with streamlining your code and enhancing your solution. Request code reviews. Send ChatGPT your code and request comments. You may use it to find future problems, make your code easier to understand, and discover other strategies. Complete coding challenge. Request coding challenge or work out from ChatGPT. Work over them and contrast your answers with the supply options. Investigate fresh technology. Find out more about any framework, libraries, or new technologies that interest you. You may learn more about their benefits, uses, and implementation detail at ChatGPT. Debugging support. If you run across a debug, tell ChatGPT about it and ask for advice on how to approach troubleshooting. Iterate and experiment. Try out the ideas and fix ChatGPT offer as you engage with it. Play around with the codes and look at other strategies. Practice and practical experience are the key to learning and progress. Code optimization and performance enhancement with ChatGPT. ChatGPT may help programmers refactor and optimize their codes. This helps developers to write straightforward codes easily. Developers may get help from ChatGPT to find code that could be optimized or refactored and can also get recommendations on how to do so. This is extremely helpful for less experienced programmers. While ChatGPT might be useful for identifying possible issues and suggesting solutions, it cannot take the role of a human coder. As programming languages continues to evolve, ChatGPT may be a useful tool for programming trying to remain up to date and improve their abilities. Working on code projects might leave you without motivation or ideas. However, you may now utilize ChatGPT to seek advice and insight. For instance, you may talk about your project's goals, the tools and programming language you use, and the challenge you encounter while working on it. In light of that, ChatGPT will suggest alternate plans of actions or solutions, point you in the directions of useful resource, or provide general advice on the best techniques for your specific programming language. Testing and quality assurance supports with ChatGPT. Test engineer may automate the testing procedure by creating realistic input and answers utilizing ChatGPT. Additionally, by simulating a variety of user inputs and answers, ChatGPT may dramatically expand test coverage. This makes it simpler to find flaws and problems that conventional testing techniques might miss. Following are the tips for testing and quality assurance. Use natural language that closely resembles how users interact while developing test cases in ChatGPT to get the most out of it. The capacity of ChatGPT to replicate a variety of user inputs and answers is one of its main features. Test for edge cases or unusual circumstances to take advantage of this. Due to the ability of understanding natural language, ChatGPT is a potent tool for experimental testing. Other testing tools like automated testing frameworks, bug tracking tools, and test management system can be used in combination with ChatGPT. This might facilitate testing and enhance communication between developers and test engineers. By offering natural language test situation and outcomes, ChatGPT can assist test engineers in working more productively with developers. Take advantage of this by collaborating closely with developers to find and solve errors more rapidly. Integrating ChatGPT in development environments and tools. Some applications demand a variety of plugins, libraries, programs, etc. You may ask ChatGPT to produce a list of items you must have installed for your application to function, so you don't have to be aware of every project's dependency. By specifying the requirement need to run an application for any programming language, ChatGPT may customize the development environment. Extensions, IDEs, and plugins boost programming productivity. For running applications in containers, Docker can be used, with ChatGPT providing recommendations for the tools. In general, ChatGPT has the capacity to streamline the process of setting up a development environment along with boosting programming productivity. ChatGPT for open source contribution and community building. A lot of people are thinking about machine learning and AI right now, partly because of ChatGPT. The not so aptly called OpenAI ChatGPT has demonstrated to general public through its publicly accessible public demonstration that you can produce credible writing about most any topics by directing a large amount of computer power back at the internet. Although there is obvious a substantial distinction between believable and correct, as many people have noted on the surface, it appears like ChatGPT is a reliable source of output for surface-level summaries. Although ChatGPT is not open source, almost of its output is based on publicly available information. It is based on information that you and I publish online for benefit of others. Human develop technologies as open source community as it's developed publicly, collaboratively, and with a sincere desire to spread experience and knowledge. We embrace variety of consider both novice and expert viewpoints to be valuable, regardless of whether a chatbot is an open source or not. There are aspects that it is impossible to extract using machine learning. Sharing is what makes any open source community grow. However, ChatGPT is unable to replicate that. The future of programming and AI collaboration with ChatGPT. By automating monotonous activities, enhancing the quality of code, and boosting efficiency, ChatGPT has the capacity to change the world of programming. The use of ChatGPT in the field of software development has enormous promise, and as it further develops, we may anticipate seeing increasingly more robust and adaptable applications. As ChatGPT develops further, it will probably become a vital tool for software developers, assisting them in streamlining their workflow, enhancing the quality of their code, and eventually producing better products. The technology does, however, also come with drawbacks such as model bias, data privacy, a lack of originality, and technological issue. This difficulty must be overcome in order to make ChatGPT a useful tool for programmers as the area of artificial intelligence development.